A holiday at home with a touch of Hollywood.
3, 2, 1, cheers.
The red carpet has been rolled out to welcome diners back to the Q train, a fine dining experience that takes travellers on a scenic round trip from Drysdale to Queenscliff in southwestern Victoria.
It's lovely to spend some time together after being in lockdown.
It's a bit different to going out on a Friday night, getting your palmy in a steak. I think for us it's more about the experience.
How does it feel to be back?
Oh, I think that's best summed up by lots and lots of tears.
Marie-Claire opened the family business 3 years ago, purchasing the train from Queensland. Once known as the Sunlander, it transported travellers from Brisbane to Cairns from 1953 to 2014. What was that day like when you had to tell your staff that there'd be no work?
It was really awful. It was really awful. I remember vividly telling everyone via phone call, and then I had to go to my mum's house and lay in her bed because it was really hard.
Propped up by JobKeeper, Marie-Claire used the COVID hiatus to build brand new cabins.
So who was having wine? Yeah, there you go, man. No worries.
One of the best things about the Q train is their support for local businesses. Everything from the food to the drinks, the flowers and the curtains are all sourced right here in the Bellarine. Having indulged in the best food and wine the region has to offer, the Queenscliff Ferry is your gateway to an afternoon of relaxation, unlocking the Mornington Peninsula. Home to breathtaking beaches and the Peninsula Hot Springs. There's no better way to unwind, especially on a chilly winter day. Some time at the award-winning hot springs, followed by a trip to the spa.
And we also empty every pool every night and clean it quite rigorously. So the water is very fresh and the environment's very fresh.
And when it's time to rest your head, Iluka Retreat is the ultimate glamping experience. And the sunsets are to die for.
People go camping through winter, and we are fortunate that we can have our own little campfires as well. So, yeah, and we have heat packs and, just make sure people get out and rug up and do a bit of bushwalking. There's lots of amazing mountain biking trails here.
Victoria had the highest reliance on JobKeeper of any state. Recipients here accounted for 40% of the scheme. COVID-19 and the preceding bushfires wiped more than $20 billion from the tourism industry, $8 billion in the regions, and many areas were COVID-free. Tourism operators are now calling for Melbourne and other regional Victorian airports to be added to the federal government's flight scheme. Julia Bradley, Sky News on the Mornington Peninsula.